In this video, I'm going to be looking at how to make some really simple, really quick, but really nice, effective bases for your models. There's no hard techniques, but you should be able to rattle out some really good bases really fast. And we all know the perfect base makes a mini pop. Gonna bash out a bunch of bases, something along the lines of this little guy here. Really simple, nothing complicated at all. I've got me some, well, obviously the bases the models come with. I've got a bunch of cork, ripped it up, good old Quid Shop super glue, and glued the buggers down. I've got like Vallejo pumice. I have no idea what this is. I just picked it up cheap from the model shop, but it sort of does the job. It's like really fine grit mixed with white glue. Sets nice and hard though. I've got some random leaves and little grass clumps that I've made, and I got a little tub with some bicarbonate of soda in it. And all of that combined together makes them, which is cool. So there's not really much to say. Let's focus on just one. We'll get a base. We'll slop some of this in it. There we go. A bit of size and texture for that lump there. I've not even figured out if that's the front or the back yet. Little spot of super glue. And a bit of rock on the top. Don't glue it to your fingers. If you've got any overhangs over here that feel a little bit weak, run a bit of glue around the back. It soaks into the cork and sets it rock hard. See, now I'm assuming you guys know, but maybe you don't, so I'll reiterate it. When super glue comes into contact with bicarbonate of soda, it dries almost instantly, and the end result is rock hard. Can we hear that? It just gives it a really hard, kind of slightly textured finish, which is kind of cool for bases actually. So I've got 3 different textures going on, one from the pumice, one from the cork, one from my little areas of super glue. Now I thought I'd record this one as well, just because I want to mount this a bit of an angle like that. So I just thought it worthwhile showing you the easiest way of doing this and still keeping it right strong. Bit of glue on the base. Bit of glue on this side. Right now it's really fragile. Tub of bicarb. and that glue's nice and solid. Get a second layer in there, quickly dunk it. As you can see, that does a fair job of filling that gap. Now we're left with this gap, and we're going to basically treat this exactly the same way. Run this glue in there, squash it down a little bit, dip it in the bicarb. And then use the super glue and bicarbonate of soda to fill the gap. Probably take a couple of coats this one. Yeah, I thought it would. And there we have that gap totally filled in with a nice, hard, rocky kind of. I'll put a little bit down here as well. Yeah, just to keep the look consistent. Okay, there we go. Cool, so the dry at last. I'm gonna spray these off with a black primer, so I thought I'd take the opportunity of mixing some up for you guys. We've got Vallejo Airbrush Thinner, okay. Autobond sealer. This the transparent. You could skip the colouring step and just plough straight in with a coloured primer, but this, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's versatile. I can make any colour primer I want. Old brush. We're going for, yeah, quite runny. It just runs down. Single cream, be just a little bit thinner than single cream. And then you want to colour it with whatever your choice of pigment is. I use the Createx illustration colours because they are so pigment heavy. They just stain it really, really well and really fast. So you can see that it's still incredibly runny. And quite simply, spray them off. No secret recipes, just 20 psi at the cap. Pray your airbrush is working. Spray them off. Right, there we go. They've all had a second coat. You can see they're not quite dry yet. So take the paint that you've got left in the pot, mix that (50-50) with white. I'm just using an old Createx white I've got lying around from God knows from when, from a long time ago. and we need to reduce that down to that same milk consistency. If you want to run about 30 psi, you can go as thick as single cream, and if you like running at sort of 15 to 18 psi, you can knock it back a little bit and, you know, go a little bit thinner. As I said, I'm running 20 psi at the cap, so okay, there we go. As you can see, nice and runny. I've not bothered cleaning the gun out. Throw it in, bubble it back. Nice coverage. And I'm going to approach all of these at the same time from the same angle. I'm not really bothered which way they're facing because they are just little bases. Right, that should do it. You can see we're nice and grey from this side. We've got a lot of the black retaining on this side. I'm going to paint these rims black again when all the base is done anyway, so. But yeah, again, we're going to leave that dry and I'll be back then. I've mixed up a final shade, lighter again, and basically what was left of my primer with yet more white added. Again, just the cheap craft style white that I had lying around. And we can see on this one, I hope we can see on this one, I've airbrushed from this direction. So it's dark around this side, lighter on this side, so I'm going to dry brush in this direction. I want to pick off some of these details at the back, but I want to do the majority of my brushing in the direction that I'm implying with the light. Not a huge difference, but I'm going to go once more with something like a cool grey one, or possibly even lighter, possibly even a warm grey. Onto the last coat of highlights. Again, going in the direction of the light. I've decided to go for a pure white for a very, very stark effect. As you can see, I'm just dropping out onto the very, very edges. If you're struggling to see what direction you've sprayed the base in, just look at your rim. It will be jet black fading through the light grey. It should be quite easy to tell. And if you really can't tell, well, then it doesn't matter, does it? So, unlike dry brushing on a model, you want quite a lot on the brush, but a very light touch. We're sort of wanting to give very stark, scratchy highlights to the sharpest edges on these rocks. So a lot more on the brush than you would normally do for a model, and without the softness and the finesse that you would normally dry brush with. It'd be quite stabby and stark and brutal, and that will carry across, those brush strokes will carry across on the model and give you quite a stabby, stark, sharp finish to your paint. For this technique to work, you've got to remember to only dry brush in one direction. Quick coat of Agrex Earthshade or any sepia tone shade. I'm using the gloss wash. No reason other than I've got it in. It's right here in front of me. Right, that is the ground done for our bases. We're going to let those thoroughly dry. I'm going to come back and we're going to be applying the mud, any grass, turf, any like leaves and scatter you'll be putting. That's the rocks underneath the ground cover. Right, what I've got here is a heavy body gloss gel medium. Any sort of gel based water effects would work, and we've got some brown number 5 from Watercolors. And some transparent brown. And some transparent black. The colour is quite misleading because the gel medium is white before it sets crystal clear. It's basically like a water effect. It's hard to gauge what the final colour of the mud is going to be. So if I colour this now to get it as dark as I want it, when it clears out, it's going to be almost black, which isn't what I'm after. Whereas if I don't put enough colour in it, it's hardly going to be stained at all. So there's a happy medium to be found. Right, these aren't quite dry, but I think they're close enough. So what I'm basically going to be doing is just getting a bit of mud going on. I remember this dry is transparent. So all that time spent airbrushing and dry brushing isn't lost when you cover it in the mud. God, I don't know what's going on out there, but it sounds like chaos. And there we go. Bit of mud, a few little leaves, splotch of grass, and there we have it. I've got to totally let that kind of mud effect dry out. Now I've used the mud effect to glue the leaves down, to glue the grasses down, the lot. So it's just gonna sit there now, totally dry out. Good 12 hours, maybe overnight, you know, maybe near a radiator or speed it up. It's basically, it's like really thick PVA. You know, think along those lines. It's going to take quite a while to dry out, but totally dry, and what you'll have is just a muddy, icky kind of, wow, you can see what you've got. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and don't forget to check the little bell icon if you want to get notifications.